Hey everyone, it's Kenya back in Brooklyn. Today we are at the Sturgis Cemetery. It's huge, and we are going to visit some graves of some people I know. Now if you look up there on the other side, that's where we were walking the other day. And if you watch my video, that's where we stopped at, where you usually park at Fort Meade, and then we were walking up that hill. I said we found a new trail, and it comes somewhere. It ends somewhere up there. So we came here yesterday, and I didn't video, but I found a few graves of people that I know. That sun, it is so bright. So my dogs love it out here. It is so quiet. But I did not realize how big this graveyard was. There's two in Sturgis. There's a Catholic graveyard. There's this graveyard. And then there's the old Fort Meade Cemetery, which we've gone to many times. And then there's the National Cemetery. So, yeah. I wonder if they're going to be making that area up there graves. I need to find out. I'm redoing my will and everything. My mom and I want to be buried by this hill here. And there's some graves down there that are open. Yeah. I need to go talk to the funeral home and see how much the plots are and everything. So, the wind is chilly today. Oh, Brooklyn's pooing, so hold on. Okay, I picked up Brooklyn's mess, I picked up Buck's mess. Now we're going to head over to that little building over there to throw it away, and then we'll go to the graves. Okay, this is the grave of a person my mom worked with. His name was Bob Peterson. He was a teacher out at the high school. He was one of my teachers. Now, this grave, this is Alan. Alan was in school 1 year ahead of me. He was a very nice guy. He played drums with me and stuff. He went out drinking one night, got into a car accident, hit another car, killed that person, and killed himself. So I did put this rock on his grave yesterday, and yeah, so we'll see you later, Alan. Now we're gonna go to a few graves over there. So these graves here, I did not know these families because they died in the 1890s, but it's just weird to me because Flora McDonald died in 1890. Ella McDonald died in 1890. Emma McDonald died in 1990. And Annie McDonald died in 1890. So I just wonder what happened to the four sisters. Buck! So yeah. So now we're going to go over that way to a bench that's dedicated in somebody's name that I knew. One thing I want to say before we get to the bench is I love these headstones. They look like they're carved trees. I just love those. And there's like 4 of them around that I've seen. So this is a bench says in loving memory of George Danker. Now, George Danker and his sister Carrie Danker lived out in the addition that I lived growing up in. And he was coming home one night and there was an exit off of the interstate, and he went off of that exit a little too early and hit head on in the piling of the road, the bridge. And so, right there he is. And so, yeah, he was not very old, maybe 18. So now we're gonna go down that way because I know a couple of people down there. One thing about these graves over there and stuff, this must have been the original site because all them people died in the 1800s. Get your butt down here. Yesterday he went up there, got a deer leg, ate it, and then immediately threw up on my mom's floor. So no more deer legs for him. And Brooklyn doesn't eat them. So come on. The reason why I'm bringing my dogs here is because I've been thinking a lot about, I've been redoing my will and power of attorney and stuff. And so my heart birthday, I'll be 32 years in about a month. And for a heart transplant patient, 32 years on a heart is a really long time. So I want to prepare for Jeremy in case something happens. I want to have everything in place so he won't have to do a lot of this. I talked to my one sister and told her my wishes and everything. So yeah, and I've talked to my mom, and we both want to be buried somewhere near this hill. I want to be in the trees, so maybe up in there. But I know this is opening here also. So we'll go to the graves here. So this grave here is Carol Smythe. And she just passed away. And she was a friend of ours growing up. I mean, she was my mom's age and a little bit older and stuff. I went to school with her son at an early age, and he fell off a moving motorcycle and got a really bad head injury. So yeah, so I put a rock right by the light right there for her yesterday, and now we're gonna come over to this grave. No, not this one. Must be, nope, not this one either. Okay, gotta find it first. Here it is. Now this is Sharon Rank, and as you see, I put a rock yesterday morning on her grave. We go to church with both Sharon and Bud for many 3 decades, and she got really sick in 24 and passed away. And he's not doing the best. He's on the prayer list, but praying that he is in good health. So there's so many names, that lived in Sturgis for so many years ago, a century ago that, I didn't even know of. My mom was wondering about Duprell, if it's Cody Duprell, and no, he's not there. Elizabeth Schulke. So yeah, just walking around and seeing all the names and stuff. I don't fear cemeteries. A lot of people say, oh, I would never go to a cemetery. But yeah, I find them quite peaceful. Oh, bed saw. My mother was in the American Legion with a bed saw. Back! Come here! Like this old headstone that was handwritten, you can tell. 1867 to 1939. Oh. All of these headstones, they look like they're brand new, but people have died. Well, this one died in 1993, but We better pick this up and put it back. There we go. Got that done. Back! There he is. Erickson. Come on! We're going up here. We're going up here. Look at that headstone. It's made of pebbles. 1937. That's neat. Come on. That's cute. Come on, Buck. There's just so many graves here. I knew about this cemetery and stuff, but I didn't realize how big it was. There's even people here with the last name of Kellogg, like the cereal Kellogg's. I don't know if they're related, but all friends. Cooper. She died in 2023. Come on. Come on, baby girl. Back! Alright, everybody. We're going to leave here for today. Please subscribe and like, and you guys have an awesome day. Bye.